Guys, welcome back to the YouTube Editor's Perspective Podcast. Alright, we have the usual bunch of people. We got Compbros with DAMBG. We got Proceed.
Back as usual.
And we're also, Tsubasa is returning again for us. And then we have another guest. He's not really in the AMV or the editing world, but pretty much just for the topic, he is the perfect person to have in here. It's Nerd Rage or Kevin. We'll probably be calling him Kevin. Most of us, but yeah. Say hi, dude.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me on today, guys. I know I was busting Proceed's nuts to get on this for a couple days.
As per usual.
As per usual. Kevin, my Call of Duty is that's the only game that works. All my games are broken. I went and bought an iced tea for my coworker so I could have Gears of War 2. Yeah. All right, Ralph.
Don't talk shit. Get this. Used copy of Gears 2 at fucking GameStop goes for what? $10, $8?
No, about $8.
I fucking instead bought a fucking Arizona iced tea for my coworker, and he's like, "Okay, cool. You want my gout too?" I'm like, "Yep, sure."
Did he actually give that to you?
No, I have to wait till he comes back into work. He's back in tomorrow, so.
Screw that. I would have spent the $8. Fuck that. Honestly.
Fuck that. $1.
Dude, and you gotta wait 4 days for it. Screw that.
4 days cheaper.
Dude.
Alright.
Oh my god. You know what you're paying for with that $8? You're paying for, just for the fact that you can have it now. That's what it is.
Shipping and handling.
I can wait. I can wait.
There's no shipping and handling. Some poor bust-ass motherfucker went to GameStop and said, I have to get rid of Gears of War 2. I blew it.
No. Who are you kidding? It was more like this. This game is fucking broken. Call me when Gal 3 comes out.
You know what, actually, that's a good topic. Let's talk about that. Broken. When someone says a game is broken, when someone says that, I think that's just an excuse for that they suck. I can tell you right now, I played Gears 1, I played Gears 2, I'm looking forward to Gears of War 3, and I'll tell you all in all, Gears of War 1, if you're talking about weapons, the weapons in Gears 1 are a little more random, but it's more consistent, a little more realistic, even though it's Gears of War and it's not realistic in general. But the movement is awful. I mean, you're hitting a wall, and you're stuck there for a second. Whereas in Gears of War 2, the shotgun's not a shotgun, we're talking about a sniper rifle.
Yeah, like when I actually first met you guys, when I started playing Gears of War 2 with you guys, and then you're like, get Gears of War 1. I was like, oh, okay. And I got in there, and I felt like it was a completely different game.
It is. And the game is so different to the point where even the lighting is different in the game.
Yeah.
In Gears of War 1, it was a lot darker blues. In Gal 3, and Gal 2, it was just bright colors. Like, all of a sudden, the light came out of fucking Marcus Phoenix's asshole and lit the entire goddamn game. I liked better in Gal 1 when it was darker. Gal 3, they're making a little bit of a mix, a lot more browns, a lot more grays. I like this.
Yes, yeah. I agree.
I like it a lot.
But let's see, look, I just gave you the pros and cons for Gears of War 1, but for Gears of War 2, the weapons are a little more powerful. There's a new element called stopping power. For those of you who don't know, who never played Gears of War, stopping power...
Never will.
Never will, because...
Well, I played it, but I didn't like it.
You didn't like it because you were bad.
No, because you're black.
Hey, no.
Right on the top of the gun for a reason. What?
Do not say that, because in the MLG community, there is no black kids just about that play Halo, any of the Halo or Starcraft.
Hate Halo 2.
Oh, in Halo 2, there's a few. But
Halo, I hate Halo as well, I should say.
Well, I mean, you're just not a shooter fan in general.
Yeah. But in general, Gears of War 3, it was impossible to be on a team with, they were all white people. I had the only all-white person team. No, I can't. Actually, I'm lying to you. Because look,
whites only.
My first event, I went with an Asian guy, a Canadian guy who's white, and I went with a Spanish dude. My second event, I went with a black kid and then 2 other white dudes. And I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. It just so happens that in Gears of War, it brings in a lot more like ghetto people, and these people are actually ghetto. Okay.
No, it's the truth. He's not being racist, guys. He's not being a dick. He's not being a dick. You don't understand. The MLG community, I've been to these events with him. It brings out the grill wearing, sideways hat, pants sagging. Yo, fam, let's go real talk swag.
That is the
brings
exact
out those
people that you're gonna find. You get your typical nerd, your typical nerdy kids, and then everybody else who's not nerdy, it looks like a gangster kid. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I got my friends who think they're real, they're hood out here in the suburbs.
I have some of those friends too.
Actually, you know what? We're veering off subject. Let's get back to the game.
No, it's all right. Don't worry about it. We are fine with wandering off just a little bit for a little bit of time. Don't worry about it.
Right.
We've got an hour to fill, so.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah. So, like I was saying, the pros to Gears 2 are the movement. You can move. The movement's a lot faster. It's a lot more fluent. And you're not dedicated to anything when you're running and whatnot. You can when you roll. Usually, when you're running, you're roadie running. You're supposed to roll every couple of seconds. Sadly, because of the lag, even on LAN. For those of you who don't know, LAN means local area network. Where you connect your Xboxes to a router and you play against each other. There's no lag at all. It beats the hell out of Xbox Live.
It's direct connection through Xboxes. Yeah.
Yeah, and long story short, when you're running and you jump and you roll, you go back into your run. You actually get a couple more inches, if I could say, of movement. Whereas when you're host, you lose that advantage. You don't move as quick. But when it comes straight down to the guns, the sniper rifle blows. It's nowhere near. It's
inaccurate as a motherfucker.
It's not inaccurate. This is the thing about the Gears of War 1 sniper rifle, is that it's either a one-hit kill or it's a one-hit down but not out. And that's what makes it a power weapon. The torque bow, if it hits you in the pinky toe, you're dead. Okay?
Boom with impact.
Yes. The only thing that's not that bad is the boom shot and the torque bow. They made the torque bow a lot better in Gears of War 2.
They did. They let you make people's heads explode. I like that part.
In Gears of, here's the other thing about Gears 2 is that the hit detection, it just sucked. It was awful.
It is. It's horrible.
And I can't tell you how many times I in between this guy's eyes, shooting him, and he goes, what was that? And goes and picks up an ink grenade.
Oh shit, a mosquito! Let me swat that sumbitch away.
That's exactly what it is. So with Gears 3, my hopes are, I already know, it's not hopes, I already know that the hit detection works, I know the guns are balanced, and I'm just all in all excited for a decent game to come out.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, it's a long time coming, because you think about it, the last, 1.5 years, really, we haven't seen anything decent multiplayer shooter-wise. We've just had a lot of just pumped out Call of Duty games that are overhyped. Black Ops was straight trash. Modern Warfare 2, straight trash.
I liked Borderlands.
Borderlands is an RPG.
It's a shooter.
It's a shooter RPG.
All I said was shooters.
Oh, how about Uncharted 2?
Again,
I count that more as an action game.
Are you serious?
It's an action game.
It's a shooter.
No, it's an action game.
You play the multiplayer, it's a shooter.
Okay, then what are you gonna...
Halo is garbage. All Halo.
That's like calling Assassin's Creed a hack and slash. Honestly.
No, it's not.
Oh, don't
That's what he's saying.
You don't sit around fighting people in the multiplayer. You just try to find them and kill them. Or hide from them. I wouldn't know how to classify that, but it wouldn't be hack and slash.
I'm making a comment on how what you said is absolutely nowhere near what you're fucking trying to say.
What are you saying? You're saying Assassin's Creed is like a hack and slash.
No, I'm saying...
No, he's saying it's like comparing it.
Oh, it's not like saying that. Uncharted 2, 90% of the multiplayer is shooting somebody. It's a shooter.
It's still an adventure game. You're still rolling...
Okay, fine.
It's not a shooter.
For a shooter like Call of Duty, like Halo, Gears of War...
Battlefield.
The campaign and the multiplayer all consist of the first-person shooter or the shooter type thing.
Exactly.
Uncharted, the one player is more of like an action adventure, type of linear gameplay type.
Platformer.
Yeah. That's why I wouldn't, in my mind, consider it a shooter.
Neither would I.
I would consider it the multiplayer shooter.
The multiplayer.
The game itself is not.
That's what we're
The game
saying.
itself
Get
is
it
not.
multiplayer.
No, but
Tsubasa, why? Why? Okay, Tsubasa.
See
just
my
changed
icon now?
Yes, his icon. He changed it to, if you were listening to our last podcast where we were discussing bronies a little bit, he just changed his icon to the disturbed mascot for like 10,000 fists in the air, and all the things behind him are My Little Ponies with their hooves.
That's odd. It's lagging for you. My new picture is now the red soldier from TF2 looking disturbed.
Yeah, looking retarded.
Oh well, but
I am
still.
penis cupcake. Yeah, and 10,000 hooves in the air.
I think let's for getting back on topic what Kevin mentioned earlier with broken gameplay.
Yes.
Like,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I mean, a lot of times there are bugs. Like there are some major bugs. Like just one that comes to mind for people. I know when Fallout New Vegas came out, I haven't played it, but I know that game was super buggy.
Oh,
When it first came out.
When you put a laser scope on a certain pistol, it was the
downloadable one, the 10 weathered 10mm pistol.
Yeah, whatever. You still were walking around with a giant exclamation mark.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people like actually just for quote of like famous internet persona for Rooster Teeth, Gus, I guess the guy who plays Simmons from Red vs. Blue. He mentions on some podcasts and stuff like that. He would have 5-minute loading times going through a door.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
You
would have enemies going through the ground. You would have the vet system. You would try to shoot somebody, and then it would slow down for like 40 seconds with no shooting.
Yeah,
the reason behind those bugs, though, is because they tried to push the engine way too far.
Yeah.
Without upgrading or updating it. They used the Fallout 3 engine for New Vegas, and that shit is years old now.
Yeah.
They fucked their shit up bad. They were lazy with that.
Yeah, that's just like I was saying. Going back to Gears 2, it's like Epic hated people's feet when the game first came out, because when you played multiplayer, your shotgun, unless you were host, your shotgun shot straight into the ground, right at your feet. I mean, it didn't hurt you or nothing, but that was the most annoying bug in the world, because the only way to kill someone was to two-piece them.
That's buggy gameplay. When I hear broken, the first thing that comes to mind to me is like fighting games, where there's a character that's just super overpowered.
Yeah, like Ryu, and that was what his name was, and friggin' Dead or Alive 2, or 4, sorry.
Seriously. Wrong game, but we get what you mean. That's Street Fighter Ryu's in.
No, there's a... Ryu
Hayabusa.
Yeah.
My bad.
I guess it would be Rio,
But yeah, but